ain't got nothing for us.
Today we're going to talk about fan problems on a 2009 Pontiac Torrent. I've recently bought this car and it was in the middle of winter. Everything worked fine on it except the fan would not turn on. The fan motor would not turn on. So I did some research and found out that one of three things could be wrong with it. It could be the fan motor switch, the resistor, or the fan motor itself. So I did some quick troubleshooting, and I'll show you what I did here, and I won't go into it a whole lot on the disassembly because there's other videos out there. I just wanted to show you a couple of my test procedures I did to figure out what was going on with mine. So I did one good thing is everything is really simple to get to. This is the panel. Oops, the panel. This panel is up there. That comes off with these two 7mm screws. I did. You have to do some scrunching to get the thing out away from the panel over here, and in the process, it snapped off this plastic tab. I don't know where that went. It's someplace back over to the on the kick panel here somewhere, and it snapped off. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Like I say, these two 7mm screws take care of that. And then what I did was I used my test equipment, and the nice thing about this is everything is pretty accessible. The two problem areas that you want to test is this is the fan motor, and it's held up there by 3 1/4-inch screws, really easy to get to. There's one there, and one back here. And I simply used my little test light deal here and tested power to see whether I was getting power to this plug over here. And I was, and then I was concerned that, you know, what was exactly wrong with it. So I pulled the motor out. And it didn't sound like the resistor, because everything I read, they said if the resistor is bad, then it usually works on high. Well, this was not working. The fan was not working on high, and it was. I didn't think it was this switch, because it was indicating when I could push on the AC that it was lighting up. So I didn't think it was the switch. And if you had to take that out, I didn't go to that trouble, but if you had to get to this, it's a matter of clipping this whole deal out here, just work it around the side area and pop it up, and you lift it out, do some unplugging, and this whole unit screws to the back of this, and you can just remove that if your case is the switch. Well, mine wasn't the switch. So in my my research, I checked out all the fuses that were in here, made sure there was no fuses blown in there, and like I say, I dropped the motor out because it was getting power to the motor, but it wasn't spinning it. So I thought, yeah, that could be the problem. So I took the old one out and took it over to a battery and plugged it up. Put hot wire here, negative here, and this is the old fan motor. And I was a little concerned when I took it out. It seemed all right. It spun. It didn't wiggle, like the bearings weren't bad. But I'll show you what I did on testing it. Oh, to test these, you plug get these wires and you touch right down in here. You touch one side, negative to negative, positive to positive, and it should spin this easily, from what I understand. So I'll do this real time and show you what the motor does. Well, hope that you could pick up on that. When I was touching the wires in here onto the plug area, it should, from what I understand, it should just spin nicely and no drama. Well, when I touch the positive and negative wires in here, this thing, today it's not doing it, but when I initially tested it, this thing was like when it was kicking on, it was jumping. So there was a tremendous draw on this motor. So I figured it had to be that, because I thought it should turn on much easier and spin much easier than that. So sure enough, I ordered a new motor off eBay, and it was only like 52 bucks. And put the motor in, 3 screws like I said before, really simple, easy to get to, and lo and behold, it worked. So that's the short strokes of how I figured out what was going on with my fan motor on my 2009 Pontiac Torrent. Hope this could help you out a little bit. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe. Have a great day.